So welcome, beautiful hearts. This is Katerina Satori, and today is a very, very special Galactic Gateway 8820, the Lion's Gate, and we are going to go on a journey. I have no idea where we're going to go, just so you know. I get out of the way, give my vehicle of the body to spirit, and the spirit guides us on this journey. We're going to be working with very simple processes, and I will share with you how to make this experience more alive for you. So we're going to use invocation. And when we use invocation, we not only invoke very real, powerful, benevolent beings from the spirit world, we also unify our subtle bodies. We unify 3 lower bodies. We bring to unity physical body, emotional body, and mental body. And when those 3 lower bodies come in unity through our intention, we connect to our spiritual body, our causal body, body of the soul. And when we do it very intentionally, we're able to walk through a gateway of sorts. We're able to receive the new soul codes, the new upgrades of our vibration, new remembrance, and a new vision. So invocation is the number 1. Number 2, I have a surprise for you. So I have received a gift from my ally, Yvonne de la Flor, and she gifted me a brand new codes of R that are infused with the Gene Keys frequencies. This is a very, very, very special gift to receive. So we're going to activate our DNA, our cosmic memory, with a sacred geometry that is infused with mantras, that is infused with color, vibration, and numerology, numbers. And I'll guide you how to move through it. It's a very gentle journey. You may feel feelings come up. And when the feelings come up, your process is going to become more alive. So the way to make any ritual alive in you is to engage your feeling body. So when you hear the guidance of my voice, when we're going to go on a journey, after we work with the codes of R, it's going to feel like a sort of a slight trance, very gentle hypnosis, where I will ask you to visualize particular images. And we're fusing our subconscious mind, our conscious mind, and the superconscious mind. And we activate the supernatural abilities to perceive beyond our normal senses. All right. So I got invocation, I got codes of awe with the Gene Keys, brand new technology, darlings. Then we got visualization. Feelings is how you make it more potent, right? And we have a few beings present with us already. These are the metaphysical tools that I use to anchor these vibrations and to activate our consciousness. So we have this exquisite representation of the great goddess of enlightenment and abundance, Lakshmi, from the Hindu tradition. We have Hathor, which is the goddess of fertility, joy, and sensuality. Saraswati, the goddess of sacred knowledge, sound, mantra, and music. Ascended Master Saint Germain, who is actually guiding this Lion's Gate activation. And Ascended Master Saint Germain really gave humanity so many gifts. We'll work with his violet flame today, and he brings us a lot of gifts. Archangel Merotron with us is here, representing his sacred geometry of Merotron cube, and Babaji. So Babaji is a deathless avatar that, this is what we imagine he looks like, right? Who knows? But this is the image that appeared to one of his disciples over 100 years ago. So Babaji is a deathless avatar that guides humanity. We're going to put him right over here. And he left us a promise to anybody who says his name with reverence will come an instant spiritual blessing. So whenever I go through a challenging moment, I remember to say the name of Babaji with all my reverence, and I feel the sweetness of his blessing. Only 5 minutes, and I covered all the introduction. Finally, beloveds, we're going to work with an Ankh. So if at some point of the transmission it will come that I will say, surround yourself with an Ankh, this is what I mean. And it's an image, it's a symbol of eternal life. It's a symbol of a key of eternal life. Comes to us from very, very ancient lineage of Lemuria and Atlantis and early Egyptian civilization, where this is a symbol of unification of masculine energy and the feminine energy. This represents the womb, this represents the masculine energy. And when two come together in perfect balance and a perfect union, life begins. So we are being asked to unify anything that is divided within us at this portal. So we come to a greater harmony, we come to a greater healing. So I'm going to take a glance at your comments really quick, really quick. The sound is good. Let me know if the sound is good. I'm using the microphone. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. And we're going to do a little bit of a breath work as well to ground our consciousness. So when we're going to go on the inner journey, that's when it's going to be a really fantastic time to utilize your headphones. So you can really go inside, right? In your inner journey. I'll cover a little bit of the importance of the Lion's Gate, beloveds. This is the time, I wish we could just teleport to Egypt, because ancient Egyptians revered this portal as the new galactic year. Just imagine this is a beginning. Imagine that today you really can let go of the past. It doesn't mean that you don't honor everything that you've learned from the past. It just means that you are being asked to let go of carrying it. And imagine that today is the new beginning, completely new cycle of a new decade. And everything that's been happening before today was a giant warm-up, a giant shake-up of a fish tank, right? And today we're being asked to really remember our true galactic lineage, our true heritage as beings that came from the stars. We are all star children. We're all eternal, immortal beings playing this very entertaining game of being humans. So every star system and every planet, imagine that every planet is a body of a celestial being. So for example, our sun has a consciousness. Moon has consciousness. Planet Sirius has consciousness. So when we come together as a group intention, as a group field, these celestial beings of light are magnetized and drawn to the purity of our hearts, to the purity of our presence, and the purity of our devotion. And the planet Sirius is considered to be our spiritual sun. So when we attune our consciousness to our spiritual sun, the brightest star in the cosmos, we asking to receive the higher frequency codes, the higher frequency information, the higher frequency light. And when I guide all of us through the clearing part of this experience, what I feel is a really, really powerful time to release old ideas of who we are, to release all patterns of struggling through our life, to release all patterns of fearing of our own power, and to stand in this exquisite mystery of living our life is an ongoing adventure. The less you know, the more magical your life becomes. Can you really receive that? The more you're willing to let go of this incessant desire to know what's going to happen tomorrow, the more constricted your life will be. This is what I'm finding to be true, beloveds. And the more I hold my plans gently like a snowflake, and I say, what is the plan for today, Great Spirit? I simply desire to be so present in this moment. And then I am attuned to where to be next moment and how to be next moment. Let's begin with a breathing process. Very, very simple breath. If you do this breath work every single day, you will begin to live a very calm life, no matter what is happening in the collective. Very simple breath work. We inhale on 4 and we exhale on 6. And we're going to do 6 rounds of that to calm our nervous system, to soften into this present moment, and to let go of any thoughts that we got to be somewhere else or anything like that. So if it feels good for you to put your hands on your belly and close your eyes. So we go deep. And we're going to inhale on 4. Hold. Exhale on 6. Inhale on 4. Exhale on 6. On your own. Inhale and concentrate on your third eye. Here you are. Notice the difference in your body by taking breath deeper into your cells. I notice my body becomes so rooted in this moment. This is the message that I continue to hear. The more you desire to remember who you truly are on the level of galactic remembrance, the more rooted in the body you get to become. And it's a journey of meeting your divinity and your humanity in one sacred portal, the portal of your heart. What if the next decade is truly a golden decade for you? A decade of you walking towards your golden destiny, living fully expressed with your authentic spiritual gifts, shedding, cleansing your entire ancestral line, transforming the past, creating new future. What if this new decade will bring you the greatest levels of freedom possible for you? What if today is truly a new beginning? I cannot imagine taking this journey without a very powerful companion. And this companion is the sacred feminine, the spirit of grace. So, beloveds, we're going to start our journey by receiving the activation of the codes of R. And a lot of you here are familiar with the codes of R. It's a sacred geometry, which geometry is one of the fundamental languages of the universe. It's a language of light in form. So when we are living the physical, we're not going to speak English or Russian or Chinese or Bulgarian. We're speaking language of light to each other. So if you take that language of light and put it in form, you receive sacred geometry. And when we see sacred geometry, it feels familiar. It activates something on a deep, deep layers of our soul. So when I show you the code of awe that has imprinted in it a specific gene key, there is nothing for you to do but simply receive it and let it in. And trust that that code begins to work on your awareness. It begins to call you to a deeper remembrance. It begins to alchemize your consciousness. It begins to clear your awareness. So we're going to work with grace and we're going to work with awakening. So let's start there. The crows are here. The crows are here. Yes, I hear you. Oh, all right, darlings. So this is the Gene Keys 22, which represents the spirit of grace. And all you see is this beautiful geometry. And the beautiful geometry, right? Okay, you can see me. And what we're going to start with, we're going to start with taking a soft gaze in the center of this symbol. Imagine that you can do that. Like, how can I? Okay, this is it. So simply looking at sacred geometry and being with this as an object of contemplation. And now with your soft gaze, imagine you can softly gazing into the center, right where that orange color. And when you softly gaze, you begin to see that the code is becoming three-dimensional. It begins to have a dimensional experience in it. You see other shapes, you see other colors. So allow these eyes of yours to interact with this code. And on the next inhale, imagine you can invite this code with your breath to enter your mental body and land in the area of your heart. So we're going to do this together. On the next inhale, imagine you can breathe this code in, closing your eyes, and feel this beautiful geometry activating your heart center with the spirit of grace. In stillness, we find our true strength. The spirit of grace is the voice of your heart. When we remember the voice of the heart is the voice of truth, we remember that we always have guidance on what to do next. And the spirit of grace is divine feminine spirit. The crows. Divine feminine spirit that always comes to a surrendered heart. That always comes to that heart that is reaching for it. So if it feels good for you to open your eyes again and take another look at this beautiful code, and imagine that you are sitting inside of this code. When you close your eyes, this code is all around you. Using the power of your imagination, ability to see with your eyes closed. Imagine that your room, wherever you're at, is getting filled with this beautiful sunset pink colors. You begin to remember how effortlessly it is to work with the healing power of color. You begin to remember how accessible these energetic tools are for you. And now, simply through your imagination, fill your entire room with rose gold frequency. Sunset pink everywhere. This is the color that represents the virtue of your heart. The virtue of your heart when it lives as openly and as available to experience of life. Undefended heart. What would be possible for you if this new golden decade, your only ambition would be to learn to live with an undefended heart? What would be possible for you to experience? How deeply would you allow yourself to love? How innocently would you allow yourself to receive love from others? Undefended self. Undefended heart. This is the state of being. Notice how it feels, the purity of your heart. This is a state of being that is required to enter realms of the gods. Innocence, virtue, purity, curiosity. Let's go on the journey. Let's begin with this deeper awareness of the space all around your body. This is not an empty space. This is a quantum reality filled with information, light, memories, akashic ocean of memory all around you. You can travel to any place, any timelines, any lifetimes, future, past, or parallel, through one doorway, one interdimensional portal. And before we enter that portal, imagine yourself, beloved soul, that you are standing in a sacred circle. Feel the vibrations of everybody who chose to be here. Feel the unique chemistry of this circle. Remember yourself as a multidimensional being with multidimensional abilities to sense other beings through time and space reality. See, feel, or imagine standing in a circle of light. And every being who is in this circle is visible to you as a light. It could be as small as a candle flame, or as big as a torch, as a fire torch, or as a gentle glow. Whatever you see, feel, or imagine is correct for you. Imagine you can tune in to the collective pulse of this group. With every breath you take, you feel the exquisite beauty of shared awareness, of shared trust, of shared devotion. Take a moment to thank your body for choosing to be here. Now our circle is open. And even though this is your individual journey, this is also a collective group journey. Now I'm going to guide you gently through interdimensional portal. Simply by following the guidance of my voice. See, feel, or imagine, allow yourself to experience whatever will reveal itself to you. moving all of your attention, all of your awareness in the center of your heart. Imagine there is an ancient door inside of your heart. Take a look at this door. Look at its shape, at its size, at its decorations. How simple or how elaborate or sophisticated its design. You're approaching this door with a sense of curiosity and delight. And on the count to 3, you're going to step through the door and you're going to step into expanded awareness experience. Where you meet the most beautiful galactic benevolent guides. Where you will receive spiritual healing, activation, alignment, illumination. Take a deep breath. 1. Take a deep breath. 2. And take a deep breath. 3. The door opens in front of you, and you are seeing a beautiful path. A beautiful path that you remember from some time ago. Take a look at your feet. See, feel, or imagine. Follow the path where it leads you. And the path leads you to the most incredible, ancient tree. You run towards that tree with so much delight. This is the garden of healing. Your place of serenity, your place of rejuvenation, your place of your attunement. Put your hands on the tree lovingly and listen to any information that the tree desires to connect, to communicate to you. And now you can get comfortable, maybe leaning on the tree, sitting down, laying down if it feels good for you. We're going to invoke very real, very powerful divine beings to come join to our sacred place. And simply in invocation of their name with reverence brings us the blessings, the rain of grace. And their guidance into their life, into our lives. You may see them through your third eye. You may feel their loving presence. You may hear them. Whatever you experience, trust that it's correct for you. It is your experience. On the sacred portal of this Lion's Gate, in the name of divine love, by the power of our sovereign free will and intention of our hearts, we invoke and invite into the sacred space our galactic guardians, our benevolent guides, our individual spiritual teams, our bigger fractal lines, our galactic families of light. We invoke and invite the great archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Merotron, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Receive your rays of healing into our bodies. Receive your protection. Receive your blessings and illumination in our lights. We invoke ascended masters, the divine teachings who completed their incarnation cycles and who choose to remain benevolent guardians for our planet. Thank you, thank you, thank you for guiding us, for your infinite streams of compassion, for your infinite ways of support, for your wisdom teachings, for your mystery teachings, for the beautiful tools that you continue to share with us. Thank you for your great assistance through the times of the great awakening, ascension, for the great, great rebirth of humanity. We invoke the great ascended master, Saint Germain. Thank you, divine teacher, for your gifts, for your wisdom, for your teachings of alchemy. Thank you for helping us remember that we are the true alchemists of our lives. That any lead, any challenge, any difficulty, any suffering are given to us as an offering of love for us to develop our alchemical gifts, our alchemical skills, for us to become truly alchemists of light. Help us see that every suffering holds the blessing hidden within it. Thank you for helping us see that every loss leads to new opening. Thank you for holding us through every void, every death and rebirth of our lives. We invoke the presence of great ascension master teacher Serapis Bey. Thank you for teaching us the mysteries of ascensions. Thank you for teaching us how to purify our bodies. Thank you for helping us see our old addictive behaviors that were so difficult to let go sometimes. Thank you for holding us in your heart. Thank you for inviting us to purify our bodies, physical, mental, emotional, so we become more and more pure vessels to hold a higher and higher spiritual wisdom. We also invoke a spiritual revolutionary, Ascended Master Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, thank you for being with us. Thank you for your teachings of the sacred womb transmission. Thank you for helping us see that our bodies are sacred. There is nothing unholy in our bodies. Thank you for helping us see the sacredness of our sensuality, our sexuality. Thank you for teaching us how to activate sacred union within. Ascended Master Jeshua, you're also welcome here. Thank you for activating crystalline consciousness, Christ consciousness, true Christ consciousness that guides us to a greater embodiment of oneness. Every moment we are never separate from life. We are held by life. We are life itself. Great Ascended Master Lao Tzu, thank you for your ancient teachings of cultivating harmony in our lives, letting go of obsession for perfection, obsession of accumulation, obsession for striving so hard, shedding all of that to return to our original point of simplicity, the beauty of letting go, the beauty of following the Tao, following the greater pattern of life. Activate within all of us a greater levels of remembering. How to live in peace, simplicity, and harmony with everything that's around us. Coming to us from the Buddhic planes, the plane of ecstasy, bliss, and devotion, great gods and goddesses. We're welcoming Queen Yan, the great mother of compassion, the one who has endured incarnations of deepest suffering to alchemize the pain for the collective. The one who hears the cries of the world, the one who hears every prayer. Kuan Yin, thank you, thank you, thank you. We receive your medicine, we receive your healing into our hearts, into our body. Great Mother of all liberation, oh, great Tara is here. She is the one who liberates us from all illusions. Om Tare Tutare Tutare Soham. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Liberate our minds. Help us see clearly what is real. Help us see through this play of consciousness. Help us remember who we truly are. And the great mother of all, great mother Isis, see, feel, or imagine an exquisite beauty of the sacred feminine, great goddess Isis, with her celestial rainbow wings, the one who always prevails, the greatest alchemist in entire universe, the one who knows how to take your life apart and how to rebuild your life anew. Thank you, great Mother Isis. Thank you for being here. And now we're going to align to the star and our spiritual sun, Sirius. Imagine how simple this process is. All that is required is your presence, and feeling moment by moment, going deeper and deeper with every breath. I invite you to concentrate on your spiritual eye, on your third eye. Move your awareness into your third eye and stay there if it feels good for you. Imagine that you can perceive the celestial light from the star Sirius. With your inner eye, begin to travel higher and higher across time, space, reality. Remember, your body is the stargate. You are the portal. And the gods envy you, beloved souls. They envy you because you are choosing to be here at the times of the greatest change. And you chose to be here knowing perfectly well what will happen in 2020 and beyond. And the gods and the angels and ascended masters kind of envy you right now because you are at the most exciting place in entire galaxy, the place of the greatest transformation that has been prophesied for many, many centuries. And here we are in the thick of the plot. See your body transform into a sacred geometry. With your third eye focused on a star Sirius, visualize your body becoming the Star of David. Merotron cube. Flower of life. Or you can simply return to the code that you saw in the beginning of our journey. And imagine it's filling your entire body. Your body is the sacred mandala of creation. In a few moments, we're going to ask Galactic Federation and Galactic Council of Light and all the benevolent beings that are present with us. We're going to ask for them to pour new light codes and new light solar energy into the mandala of your body, in alignment with your highest good, in alignment to the openness of your awareness, in alignment to the openness of your body. Nothing more, nothing less. A gentle clearing. Beings of the higher worlds, we come to you with reverence and devotion. We invoke the new codes at the 0 point of creation. We're standing before you as living mandalas. We, volunteers, the light workers, starseed, cosmic interdimensional travelers, we choose to remember our greater lineage. We choose to remember why we're here right now, year 2020. We choose to remember that this incarnation is a truly, truly special one, a special blessing, a special inflow of grace. And we're open to receive The Lion's Gate codes, information, illumination, vision, empowerment into our bodies, into our hearts, into our minds. And begin to see, feel, or imagine this very gentle, liquid, solar light energy pouring through the higher planes, through your crown chakra, feeling the mandala of your body. Begin to visualize how all of your cells come online. Every cell of your body begins to tingle with delight, to receive a new light upgrade, because you are light. And while you receive this inflow of a new light energy, let's move into the clearing. If it feels good for you to put your hands on your belly and connect with your solar plexus, your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. These two we will focus on today. Imagine you can visualize that your entire belly begins to be filled with warm, loving energy. And if you know how the flower of life looks like, that beautiful pattern, the code of all life, imagine the flower of life begins to be visible inside of your belly. And with every breath you take, the flower of light grows stronger and stronger within your belly, providing new information, new codes, and new upgrades to this area of your being. And I'm going to say some spoken commands. Simply listen and receive. For us to collectively clear what does not serve us anymore. Out of my sovereign free will, I choose to let go on all levels of my awareness, in all dimensions, and all of my lifetimes, in all of my incarnations, and all expressions of my identities. I choose to let go fear of my own authentic power. I choose to let go of guilt, shame, self-judgment. I choose to let go of fear of lack. I choose to let go of struggle. I choose to let go of worry about tomorrow. I choose to let go of any and all inharmonious, incoherent, lower density vibrations. I consciously shed all of that and I release it into the core of Gaia that lovingly receives that for alchemy and transmutation into love. And now imagine you can shine the light in the area of your belly. And if you see any gray or dark energies in your belly, imagine you can pull it into one spinning vortex. And then release it through your root all the way into the core of the earth. I also hear, let's release any fear around self-expression. Any fear of shining your light, unique, brilliant, authentic light. It's time to leave behind fears of visibility, fear of your own passion. It is safe to feel the fire of your soul, the fire of your passion. It is safe to trust your creativity. It's safe to follow what you love. And now, with the power of the group intention, I invite you to connect to the biggest intention. What do you dream about? What do you really desire? What is your deepest longing? What is your deepest longing? Feel it. If you can feel it, you can receive it. Imagine that. You can only receive it if you're willing to feel it. Now remember, right now, you're in a quantum space reality. You're outside of time. Imagine you can step into the reality where this desire is already your current reality. What if you didn't need to settle to receive this desire? If you can imagine it, it already exists. The new golden decade will ask all of us to create on a whole next level of courage, mastery, and surrender. On this Lion's Gate, ask yourself, who am I willing to become? That this version of reality that I desire so deeply becomes my present fact. Who am I willing to become in the next golden decade if I did not need to fear my power? If I could take all the space that I desire to take to express all of my divine potential. Remember who you truly are, infinite creator with infinite time, infinite possibilities. Time doesn't exist. It's a tool that we use to make this human game more entertaining. It's time to create your reality truly on a quantum way. Beings of the higher worlds, great teachers, ascended masters, gods and goddesses, archangels, and all our allies. Thank you for the healing. Thank you for the clearing. Thank you for activating our remembrance. And from the purity of our hearts, we ask to receive activation of our new sense of vision, our new sense of strength, our new sense of sensitivity, simplicity, teach us how to trust our mystical gifts. Teach us how to connect with this inner space and our inner being. Teach us how to source guidance from here. Teach us how to navigate this reality with the deepest level of joy, deepest level of playfulness. Help us remember who we truly are. And today, when we integrate this session and when we go to sleep at night, may the light codes that we receive integrate smoothly and peacefully on all levels of our awareness. May we tread our paths gently. May we walk through our lives as spirits. May we remember that we meet another, we see another version of ourselves. In stillness, you find your great strength. Now is a great time to move your awareness into your body. Returning to that version of yourself that is still by the tree. You begin to follow the path back. Playfully, maybe skipping away like a child. And you approach that great antique door. Mine is always decorated with all sorts of jewels and ornaments, carvings. So you approach the door, and I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when you hear me say 1, you're going to walk through the door into this present body awareness. And don't rush to open your eyes just yet. Just sit and savor the beauty of this upgraded awareness, expanded awareness. Taking a deep breath, 3. Taking a deep breath, 2. And taking a deep breath, 1. Step through the door. Enter your body fully. Straighten up your spine, soft belly, strong spine. Before you open your eyes, beloved soul, notice the size of your aura right now. This is a reward of the work that you have done right now. You devoted a whole hour to be here. You stayed till the end. You honored the process. You stayed in the circle. Feel the size of your aura right now. Charged up with the new codes. Everybody you meet today or the days after will be blessed by your presence. And we're going to close the circle. Imagine that you are seeing yourself standing in the circle. Feel everybody's heart, everybody's presence, exquisite presence today, exquisite presence. Our final prayer will be dedicated to humanity, to our planet Gaia that is going through metamorphosis together with us. She is going through rebirth together with us. And find the deepest love that you have for this planet in your heart. And imagine that you can bring it to the center of the circle. And the next breath, let's direct our deepest love for planet as an offering. May you be blessed, great Goddess Gaia. Thank you for giving us a home to live. Thank you for carrying us all on your back. Thank you for being infinitely patient with us. Thank you for being our true mother. I'm going to close the ceremony Divine Mother, thank you for the gift of life. Thank you, great teachers. Thank you, ascended masters, archangels, beings of light, plant spirits, animal spirits, bird mind, insect spirits, all the species that exist right now, visible, invisible, on all levels of awareness. Thank you, Galactic Council. Thank you, Syrians. Thank you, Pleiadians. Thank you, Octarians. Thank you, civilizations of Orion. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are infinitely blessed and protected. Every step of our journey, guide us. May we be the benevolent ancestors for the future generations. May we carry all the gifts that we received with humility, gratitude, and strength. So be it. And when in a moment, I will invite you to open your eyes. Remember, nothing changed except you opened your eyes and you begin to focus on the physical expression of this reality. The new level of mastery is to remember yourself as a multidimensional galactic being living a very ordinary, exquisitely beautiful human life. Welcome back. Hi, beloveds. Your presence was exquisite. This is a great time to share in the chat. How was this journey for you? Last night, I stayed up so late trying to figure out how to add music to the journey. And I found a way. And this morning, I had to surrender it because it was too much interference. So if there are tech nerds in the group that knows how to play background music from YouTube while I speak on a microphone, I would love to receive your input, because that's the element that I got to align this. It was so nice without a music, Christine says. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. So beautiful. The crows, you heard the crows, right? They always come. Yeah, the crows always come when we create a ceremonial space. It felt divine. Yeah. Yeah, they heard the crows. How are you, darlings? You know, I'll share something with you that has been very deep anchoring for me, is seeing this decade as a golden decade. And as you see it, so it shape shifts for you. And this is the time for light workers This is our time. I remember hosting these transmissions at 2015 and sharing the message that next 3 years are the most powerful ascension time. Remember 2015, 2016, 2017? We were prepared for 2020, and now is our time, beloveds. And what I can assure all of us, that our Dharma will provide everything required for us. Resources will come, teachers will come, opportunities to serve will come. And what will be asked of us is this new level of flexibility, holding our plans very loosely like snowflakes. The question that is beating in my heart is, what is the greatest service I can offer to humanity? I wake up and I write. I go to sleep, I feel into that question. Every day, I receive a new insight, because that question opens new doors to new realities. We came to this incarnation knowing perfectly well what will happen. We will be asked to serve in new ways, to expand our capacity, and to deepen our trust. Every single one of us is the most, how would I call it, from the spirit world? They look at us and they envy us. They're like, I wish I was in the physical. This is the most exciting time to be alive. Mm-hmm. Yes, my darlings. And I see your comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you for the magic. Uncertain, but trust. The bigger is your capacity to trust, the bigger is your capacity to experience true freedom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exciting to be alive. Yes, yes, yes. Exciting to be alive, beloveds. And, I really, I also feel to share with you this one brief message is every transmutation of the shadow that you've been asked to do right now, you've been asked to do the first 8 months of this year. The more shadow you alchemize, the more of the light body you activate, right? So what we see in the collective with all the shadows that is happening, the more the shadows that we see, the more the light that is coming through to the planet. The more suffering we see in the world, the bigger the inflow of grace that comes with it. The precise amount of suffering that we see comes with the precise amount of grace. When I remember that, I can feel the pain and I can feel the ecstasy. This is the heart of the living mystic. I can remember myself as a multidimensional galactic being. experiencing myself in the body of a human, universe inside of the human suit, the most exciting play of all. And when I look at you, I see another me. Yesterday, beloveds, I was sitting on my patio doing this work that I'm sharing with you. I had a sudden wave of anxiety filled me. And my old pattern used to fix anxiety, fight it, right? New way of being. Go internal. Imagine what anxiety looks like. To me, it always looks like a porcupine inside my belly. And I go and meet that energy. And I begin a conversation with that energy. And I say, hi, you're welcome here. What do you want me to hear? And what happens is through the feeling what is arises, we heal old fears, old worries, old concerns about our life, right? It is the most exquisite process when you begin to work with it like this. And then it moves through you in a very clean way. It moves through you in a very profound way. And then you move through that process, you wake up and you say, I'm here. You're so kind. I see your comments. Oh, beloveds, I love you so much. I love you so much. What is the question you ask yourself every morning? What is the greatest service I can offer to humanity? What is the greatest service I can offer to humanity? And if you find yourself doing the deepest healing work right now, whether it's healing of your soul, whether it's a healing in your family, whether it's a healing of your relationships, this is the greatest service you can offer to humanity. It is such a powerful service because you can you heal your ancestral line. You heal the past. And whatever we heal, we not only heal for the benefit of us and our ancestral line, but we also heal for the collective. So, and it's a spiral, right, darlings? It's a spiral. We go through a process of healing. Once we heal and integrate, we rise to the next level of seeing our life. We begin to share ourselves with the world. And trust what you love. You know, trust what you love. What is it you love? That's where that's where the beauty lies. I am so excited to go to float today. The floating tank is open, darlings. And I'm going for 90 minutes. You know, the sensor deprivation floating tank. It's the deepest experience of being in the womb for me. When I go float, I feel like I go back to the universal primordial energy center. And it's so profound. It's such a beautiful place. It's open again. So, darlings, here we are. Yes, anything that serves others. Here we are. Cosmic womb, you are so loved, you are so held. And I'm so excited to create more opportunities for this collective work. Very, very soon, after I cross this portal, I'm entering my chapter 40 on Tuesday. So I'm entering this portal kind of like between dimensions right now. And but I am creating these opportunities for transformations more and more. And soon I will be opening a modern mystery school that I feel it's time to bring it. It's time to bring it. And it's going to be a very sacred portal where we can grow our mystical gifts, where we can grow as a community. And it's like, like a portal of spiritual nourishment. It's coming, beloveds. Yesterday, when I was preparing this session for you, and I was playing with the music, and it was like the literal transmission coming through, and I said, this is the work that I love doing the most. So it's coming, beloveds. A mystery school is coming. And I love how Spirit just guides the whole experience. And I am here to encourage you to trust how deeply supported you are. And you are so precious, like these higher beings that coming through, they require physical vehicles to work through, right? So when you open your awareness to ascended masters, to gods and goddesses, they come through from different dimensions. But how they're going to work through, they're going to work through people who make their bodies available for them. We all can be channelers. We all can be mediums. The more we trust these mystical gifts, the more we become the instrument of grace. I love you. This was the most concise activation I've ever created. I love you, beloveds. I will let you integrate and rest. Until we meet again, thank you for the opportunity to be with you. And it is my prayer to have an experiences like this at least once a month. And I'm excited to share this vision with you. So we gather once a month, mystery schools experiences, and see what unfolds through that. Bless you. I love you. Thank you. Happy new galactic year. Today, our year really begins. I will see you soon, okay?